All right, guys.
Okay,
Here's
so
the deal.
we're
Here's the deal. Jean
yeah.
Paul is trying to orchestrate an entire plan. Well, it's two. It's two possibilities, right? Possibility number one: Jean Paul is trying to orchestrate an entire plan where he comes out on top and steps on those that he feels wronged him, which is what I
No
believe is likely.
way.
Yeah. Or option two, uh, what happened between Jean Paul and Martin was misinterpreted from both sides. Martin potentially lashed out without thinking, and and then he, lashed out, whatever, made decisions. Shot John Paul, gave us the USBs, and we didn't know the full side of the story. That is the probability is of option two, right? Now, I likely believe it is option one. Jean Paul orchestrating an entire thing where he comes out on top. But I think it's also maybe smart to maybe believe there's some possibility in option two.
Now, I will say Martin is his biggest apologist, for sure. So it doesn't seem like option two, but it absolutely could because no one is good at communicating in this city.
Exactly. So, I'll give you his version of events, and then I'll let you know why I think he's orchestrating. So number one would be, so Martin told us that Jean Paul tried to rob him and he shot him, right? That was pretty much the gist of it.
Right.
That's what he said.
It's so much easier if Martin's here, but he's not here. But either way. So Jean Paul's version of events was he grabbed the USBs from the house, was going to go make a trade with the company to get the last USB that he was missing. Then he was going to go to Marty and say, let's finish it. And they were going to go turn it in together. And that what he was going to pay the company to get the last USB that he needed was the racks that he stole from them.
Oh, he was going to give it back to them for that.
Yeah. Now, he said that Martin thought he was robbing him. He was trying to explain to him that he wasn't robbing him. And then Martin pointed a gun at him, told him to get out the car. And when he got out of the car, he shot him. That's the version of his events. Now, the reason why I think it's probably number one is because during this explanation of the story, he mentioned that the USBs that Martin took was Chang Gang's, and if that we were to accept any of the USBs from Martin, it was war. Now, the reason why that makes no sense is because why would he have Chang Gang's USBs that then he was going to go turn in with Martin and effectively cut out Chang Gang, but then he explained that he was going to either buy Chang Gang out or give them the USBs that they needed back eventually.
Why wouldn't Chang Gang just be holding on to them? Why would they trust him to just hold them? That doesn't.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me either. Why would Chang?
Yeah.
It's not even Chang Gang trusting Jean Paul. It's why would they ever trust Martin to hold on to their USBs?
Yeah, I don't think they would trust either of them to just hold it without
there's no way.
collateral. Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
I think they're that dumb. No.
Yeah.
And they have their own storage, you know what I mean? Like they got their own place. It's not like these guys don't fucking have anything, you know what I mean? Like there's no world where that exists.
Plus, didn't we already know that Martin had these USBs for a while? Several of them?
Well, here's
Like,
the thing.
he's been
I do
telling us,
think
right?
there's a possibility where, okay, the USBs aren't Chang Gang's. 100%. I know that for a fact they aren't. It just doesn't make no sense. But there is a possibility that they could have been, some could have been Jean Paul's and some could have been Martin.
Okay. I think something Marty told me a while back, which I mentioned earlier, is I'm pretty sure it was explained to me that he had a deal that Martin owned the USBs, and then the deal was that JP would get to go along with them on stuff that they do with it if they're like doing it first. They're trying to just get to do it first. So
Police investigation.
maybe
call.
it's
I gotta take it.
okay. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that Jean Paul feels like maybe it's not direct USB ownership of them getting to do stuff together first, right? So if he's trying to go to someone, get a new USB, then he feels like this is their progression together on this, and he's allowed to do that. He probably thought he was within his rights to do it, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll be honest, right? In Jean Paul's explanation of the story, I kept bouncing back and forth between this is all bullshit to this guy is manipulative, stupid, and crazy enough to try to actually pull something like this off just so he comes out on top. It was it was like a believable story, but it wasn't believable at the same time. Because I do think that he thinks in his mind he can work with multiple fucking groups, feed bullshit to everybody, make promises to everybody, get what he needs to make sure he comes out on top. And now he's still kind of using that to his advantage now that he's been fucked over, making that, you know, Group A, which he probably originally planned, you know, to either fuck over or not help out, believe that he actually intended to the entire time, and now he can use them to their disadvantage because they believe that the entire time, and now he can direct that back towards at Martin.
He either believes or is trying to make other people believe that he's really valuable. Right? Ooh, I have all these USBs. Ooh, you should bring me along for this and that thing. And it sounds like he's just scrambling to keep that up, because if he doesn't have USBs, why would anyone work with him? Because he keeps stepping on people, and they're all slowly getting pissed. So,
but now if we also rewind a bit, right? This was kind of my concern when I first heard this story. I won't lie, right? I don't want Martin dragging us into shit that we don't know what we're about to be dragged into. What if there is some truth to Jean Paul's story?
I mean,
in that case,
Martin seemed really, from talking to him, he seemed really on board with doing stuff with Jean Paul. That's why he gave him a key to the house and whatever. And, you know, like I said the other day, I was gearing up to maybe heist with them, and I just kind of didn't at the last minute because I was going to sleep. But it sounded like, you know, if they got stuff first through their own means, that like they were going to do it. So I don't really know. It has to be the worst miscommunication, or he actually did, you know, do something bad. I don't know. Yeah.
Now, like I said, you know, Jean Paul's not dumb. He's going to use the threat of, you know, Chang Yang having his back. I don't know how we operate forward. I think we keep hitting the laundromat as normal, right? We tell nobody what we've done. We just keep juicing up our fucking circuit boards. And then we got to wait for Martin to come back around.
Yeah.
And we got to get the real story from Martin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he said to you before, Tony, but he didn't say that much to us. But he kept walking away, texting, you know, like there's a lot going on with that. And there's more to hear.
Regardless, those USBs are gone.
They're gone, yeah.
They're gone. They ain't getting them back, so we got to prepare for the worst.
That's the problem. They're gone. They ain't getting them back. I do think we start stockpiling a couple of USBs again with Laundromat. Yeah. I don't believe Jean Paul's story, but I do feel this was my exact concern in the beginning. The minute I heard this story, I'm like, yeah, not touching those USBs. We ain't getting dragged into shit. Then, you know, Luciano made a good fucking point. People lied. We've been playing nice, lying to us, you know, doing all this shit. Fuck, let's just go turn it in. So we just have to, you know, get ready for whatever the fuck happens, I guess.
Yep. Ammo.
But now, we need at the end of the conversation, Jean Paul's like, listen, I will get you a red. You turn it in with me, and we cut out Martin.
Can we say that part again?
That's what he said at the end of the conversation. He said, I'm going to get you guys a red. I'm going to give it to you. You guys are going to go turn it in, and we're going to cut out Martin.
That's probably the same shit he was saying to Martin.
Yeah, he said that to me, and I just hung up.
Yeah, that's his MO, right? That's what he does. Is he's.
Well, what do you mean he said that to
whoever's
Martin?
most useful to him at that moment.
He told Martin that he was going to go with him to go turn the stuff in, right? And Martin thought he was robbing him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was telling you. That's what he was telling you, as well.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
With the red USB, right?
Yeah. So now he thinks that we're missing a red. So make sure we stick to that story. Nobody ever mentioned that we're missing a green. All right, we're missing red. That is the truth now,
and
forever.
Who else has he called?
Everybody, as far as I know.
Yeah. So do you want to like you know everyone? Can you like sneakily kind of just check with some other people and figure out like what story is he feeding them?
We could, but I think, honestly, I think he's gonna like just try and do something crazy. It sounds like he's trying to stir up a war between Chang Gang and us right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to stir and pressure and try to gain leverage here.
What does he get if we go to war with them? Like what?
I think he's just
I don't know, satisfaction,
vengeful and
probably.
upset right now.
Yeah,
anything to see us.
I'll be honest. when he called me, he was just like, well, at first I thought he was trying to trick me, but then it felt like he was just venting his feelings to me for a minute. I
Yeah.
think he just lost his best friend right now, and he has nobody else, I guess.
Yeah, I got that sense too. He was hard venting, and that's what I'm saying. Like, in my mind, do I think Jean Paul wasn't robbing Martin and wanted to do some sort of, oh, I got all the USBs, let's go turn it in together? Is there maybe a possibility of that? Maybe.
I mean, he's hasty, and Martin wanted to kind of do stuff with us or take things at a good pace. It could very well be that JP wanted to, do shit right now. I was trying to make all these deals, and Martin was like, hey, slow down. And they just missed each other on that,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think there's a possibility that he was just like, fuck it, now, go. And Martin's like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Give my USBs back. Get out the car, bitch. And then shot him. I don't know. This is why Martin needs to be here. We need to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, but like, also I want to note on that as well. Like, even if that was the case, like, Martin like knows Jean Paul. Like, he knows how he is. Like it had to get to such a certain amount of level for him to be like, you know what? Nah, fuck this. I'm gonna fucking shoot this guy. You know what I mean? Like he handles him
but
a lot.
Martin also,
you know,
he loses his cool sometimes. Though. I mean, we all do. It could have 100% been a situation where he lost his cool. Like, we can't sit and speculate what he did because we got to get it from him. What we have to, be prepared for now is like, we fucking turn them bitches in. They ain't coming back.
Right.
And we can't even give him what we got from it. It's just a permanent upgrade to our.
Yeah.
I mean, you can give him the unicorn, the little unicorn stick.
You think I give him this thing? He'll be happy.
Yeah, give him that. Give him that.
A little
See what he can fucking do with that.
But I want to keep it. I'm
Violet's
attached
blue.
now.
Here's a little unicorn for you.
If we tell him, let's.
Why didn't Lang stand his ground? Why did he let Luciano's powerful fucking quote get to his head? We should have just stood our ground and not get involved, man.
Whatever, and we have to wait some time to do it. We need bullets. Like, what's he gonna do?
That's the first thing we said. We are not touching those USBs.
Like,
I'm not getting dragged in this shit.
Finds us out, do you think he's still gonna be going crazy trying to rush getting all of this? He's gonna realize that he needs to be in a crew.
I think he's just hurt from his friend. He probably feels betrayed.
I don't think he's hurt from his friend. I think he's losing his mind that he can't be first. Jean Paul doesn't give a fuck about anybody. All he gives a fuck about is being first. That's it. That's just the reality. I don't think he's hurt over Martin's friendship necessarily. I think he's hurt over the fact that Martin prevented him from in his mind, him being first.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty selfish guy.
So now we just fucking deny. We have time because Martin isn't around. And, it's impossible for anybody to make the assumption that we have these USBs. We stick to our fucking story.
Yeah.
We ain't got any. We're missing red. We hit laundromat. We stick to normal. We stockpile some USBs. And then we hope to God that when shit hits the fan, we'll be like, hey, here's your USBs back. And we give them back whatever the fuck they thought they were missing.
If it comes down to it, yeah.
It comes
I
down
want
to
to
it.
save for gun contracts come back tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
We might have to skip out on that, I think.
Like, completely.
Well, I mean, I think we have to. Can we hit laundromat today?
No, that's tomorrow.
Is it?
We can do it in
15
15
hours?
minutes.
No, that was supposed to be
15
today.
Yeah,
we want to do it today. Yeah.
It is today.
I think we hit that today. I think
Okay.
if you have any fucking connects that can give you some USBs, keep it on down low. Let's just try to get some fucking USBs back.
Okay.
Because if there's any truth to this fucking story, we gotta be prepared for it. Let's just be prepared for anything. Now, I don't think it's true. If you want my honest opinion, I know exactly what's gonna happen, but I think we're prepared for everything.
Yeah.
Well, at most, we'd only have to give up one red. At most.
Yeah, at most, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, reds are pretty common from what I've heard. I think I might know someone with an extra, actually, so.
Yeah.
15 minutes. We can hit this shit. Let's get ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Might as well do it.
I gotta go pick up some materials. Luciano, can you send me the exact? So we just made like 24,000, 25,000 circuit boards. I'm gonna start making a bunch of 6060s. I'm gonna grab 100K cash from the treasurer pile, put it back into my account, and I'm gonna run some numbers and see what else we can contribute to the other 18,000 materials I'm about to get. Okay. We have to juice the farm, guys. It's time we burn some money. I don't think we have a choice.
Yep.
All right.
That's the way to go.
All right, let's do it.
Stick to the fucking story, guys.
Okay.
All right.
We just never traded